So I remembered I used to dance in school.
Really?
Yes,
Wow,
yes,
you
yes,
are a
yes.
dancer.
I'm a break dancer.
Wow.
So I have my own crew.
Hi, welcome back to our program Creative Fridays. This is Hazriq Idrus, and today, our new episode, we have a very important person we're going to interview today, and he is actually my coach, somebody who taught me vlogging, and here you are, there's the product of vlogging. All right, okay, so this person whom I actually respected a lot, he is a media personality, a content creator, as well as the founder of Screenbox. With this, let me introduce you, Mr. Sujimy. Hi, how are you, sir?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you for coming to my office.
Thank you,
It's nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thank you for being in the show.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Yes.
All right. So as you know, we are in this program called Creative Fridays. We want to debunk the myths that creativity. People always think that creativity is only for the arts, but it is actually not. So we want to hear from you. What do you think creativity is? Yeah.
Okay. I feel that creativity is always looking at a new perspective to a certain problem or a certain situation. In my situation of content, we always look at a new way to tell an old story. So there are many stories that happens every single day, but we need to find a new way telling the old story.
I see.
Yeah, that's what I think creativity is.
Second question would be, just if you could share with the audience some of the problems you have faced before, and how did you actually overcome them, maybe unconventionally or creatively?
I mean, when I run a business, we've run a business of content creation for about 18 years already. However, none of the problems I go through, we encounter many problems, but none of the problems that I go through are as large as the problems I go through raising teenagers.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not that the problem is big, but I felt we must give more importance to family, you know. So the problems that I face with, especially with my kids, growing kids, is that how do I make my takeaways or my advice to them more exciting?
Wow. Okay.
You know, because they are kids today are exposed to so many content. They are exposed to various platforms. They have seen a lot of things online, right? So how do I make, every time I want to get them to maybe they're facing some problems, you know, or I want to get them interested in some topics that I want to talk to them. How do I make them excited?
Well,
I felt that I need to apply what I learned in content creation, you know, which is, a lot of people know, and when you're doing content, right, you need a hook. You need a hook to draw the audience in. Yeah, so every time I talk to my kids, you know, and every time I talk to my teenager kids, I need to have a hook. I need to have a hook before I start telling them a story. You know, for example, the issue of boys. Boy-girl relationship, right? I mean, they all go through that, right? Yeah, so I cannot just jump in and tell them that, look, you know, this is what I think about boys and the things you shouldn't be doing and things, right? I have to make my advice exciting. So every time I have some time and I want to talk to them, I will think of a hook so that they can immediately, when they are attracted to the hook, they will listen to the rest of the content. I always like to think that kids, you know, especially when they are growing up, they will face a lot of issues in life. You know, they want to hear very creative solutions, especially from their parents. Yeah, you know, so I think we don't want to just keep giving them advice after advice after advice. They love stories. To me, stories are one of the most captivating way to get kids to listen to what you have to say at the end of it. Because the call to action or the takeaway is always at the end of the story, right? Yeah. So I felt that if you can be creative in the stories, we can be creative to dishing out the advice to our kids lah. What happened was my daughter, my second daughter, she just loved K-pop. So one day she was over dinner. My kids, they will be talking. All my kids they are girls. So they'll be talking about, hey, what type of Korean boys do you like? What type of Korean boys do you like? Then I was like, wait a minute, is this my kids talking about what type of boys they like? Actually, they just talking about what group, what type of K-pop star that they like and all that. But I overheard it as, what type of boys do you like? Like, father, we are very nervous about everything that your girls are facing. So I was trying to act very cool. So I was just listening in and all that, and I wanted to find out more what they were going through. So my daughter loves K-pop so much that sometimes I feel like I'm out of touch. Yeah. So in the end, what I did was I realized that I need to connect with her. So I need a hook.
Yeah.
In order for her to open up to me about K-pop. Right? So I remembered I used to dance in school.
Really? Wow, you were a dancer.
I'm a break dancer.
Wow.
So I had my own crew that was like maybe 30 years ago. I realized that maybe that is a hook that can open up that discussion. So when I met my daughter the other day and I told her that, look, Daddy used to be a break dancer. So I showed her on YouTube, these are kind of moves that I do. Then she was like intrigued. She said, you dance? Then I said, yeah. So some of the K-pop move, they emulate the break dancers. So that was the hook. And that day, she opened up everything to me. She told me about the groups she likes and why she liked it. She gave me links. She wanted to explore like merchandise. She started telling me a lot of things, and I was so happy she told me everything, just by that hook that I had, that I told her. And today we talk about K-pop, and she's closer to me because we have something in common. And she will, in fact, because she knew I was dancing, she knew I can dance. She will always tell me, Ayah, how do I do this move? She will show me. She will show me the move that the K-pop dancers were doing. Say, can you show me how? Because I don't know how to do this. And then I look at it, and then we all dancers, we know lah. So I would tell, okay, this is like this. You have to do this way, your feet must be... And then that just opened up everything. Yeah, so that was fantastic. I remember telling her that hook from my story. And it worked. It opened up a huge tunnel, and we are now in it together. So really,
wonderful. I thought this is a wonderful hook to share. I wonder if you can hook the people to show some dance, some moves.
Oh no. My dancing days are over. I have hung my dancing shoes, but I only dance it for my kid lah. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wow. Alright, so one of our last few questions will be something like in terms of creativity. If you could share some tips, how can someone or an individual embrace creativity for themselves?
Okay. I really think that every single one of us are very creative. We have our own way of solving problems, telling stories. Maybe I can just share what we do here in Screenbox.
Sure.
We do not shut down any ideas. When an idea whether that idea comes from a new person in Screenbox, a rookie, or someone senior and all that, we do not want to shut it down. Because people have a reason for that idea, and that reason we don't exactly know why that idea was suitable for that person who proposed it. Right? So what we should do is really explore it further, go deep into it, deep dive into the idea, and then find out why that is suitable for some people. So what we do is that we don't shut down ideas. Sometimes we just execute the idea. Let them try it. Say for example, social media, they're trying some content, right? So we just say that, look, just try it first and see whether it gets get picked up. A lot of times when I thought that idea was like not a really exciting idea, but when they tried it, it went viral online. Yes, we do not know everything. So any new ideas, one thing that I can say is to encourage creativity is to let people execute the ideas. You know, you can guide them, but let them execute their own ideas.
Wow.
Especially in today's age of social media, where things are just like very fast.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just need to try out all kinds of ideas, new way of telling new things online. You know,
Okay.
and spread positivity.
So probably our last question would be, what tips would you give to those want to be a leader of a company and so that they can cultivate creativity in the organization? What would be your tips?
Okay, I really don't know whether some of this. I really do not know whether the things I'm going to say will be suitable for all.
Okay.
But for myself, I always tell myself, do not say no first to an idea. If someone were to come to you and say that, look, Sujimy, I have this idea, I'm not sure whether it works, don't say no. As a leader, I think I used to work for other people. You know, you are all excited, you are all like pumped up to tell your boss, right? An idea, and then it gets shot down. So the first thing you may want to do is not to say no first. Force yourself to say yes, and you will think about it so that it doesn't discourage that person from coming back to you again with another idea. Out of the 10 ideas, you know, you never know, 9 will be good.
Yep. Thank you very much for that wonderful insights. I really appreciate that.
Most welcome.
And once again, thank you very much for being on Creative Fridays. Yeah.
No problem.
Yep. And once again, thank you very much. And we wish you all the best to Screenbox.
Thanks, man. And thanks for having this series. I think it's a great idea.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, it's a great idea for everyone who really want to learn from it.
Thank you. So this is my Sifu vlogging. Okay, see you guys.
Thank you, bro.
Creative Fridays. Bye-bye.
Bye.